Climate change is becoming more of a reality every day, and each day more and more people don't notice or refuse to acknowledge it's happening. We all need to act now to see a change. Climate change is the process of our planet heating up. The main causes of climate change are the burning of fossil fuels, farming, and deforestation. Although the causes help us to live our lives in comfort and have been integrated as normal behaviour over generations, the consequences these actions are having affect the planet we live on.
Global warming causes extreme weather, and sea levels are rising due to the ice caps melting. Many more issues occur due to climate change, but there are plenty of things that we can do to help. First, we can all start by reducing our waste and recycling more. Even though this does not contribute to chemical pollution, plastic pollutes our whole world and is taking over our marine life. The plastic waste that ends up in our oceans every year is expected to double by 2025. If nothing changes now, there will be more plastic in the oceans than fish by 2050. Plastic doesn't break down for hundreds of years, and if we reduce our waste, we can reduce plastic pollution. An average household in the UK produces more than a ton of waste a year. Put together, this comes to a total of 31 million tons per year. That's the equivalent to the weight of 3.5 million double-decker buses, a queue of which would go round the world 2.5 times.
There are things we can all do in our day-to-day lives to help slow down the rate of climate change. These include using cars less and walking or using public transport when available, saving energy by turning off lights and switches, and eating less meat. If more people followed a vegetarian or vegan diet, this would help fight climate change. Farming is one of the main issues we face and is responsible for 13 to 18% of greenhouse emission. If everyone cut their meat consumption down to 2 to 3 meals a week, it would really help with stopping mass production for agriculture. Climate change is one of the main threats that would cause the extinction of our civilization.
A political activist called Greta Thunberg is the person who started the campaign to stop global warming and climate change and urged all young people to skip school and fight with her. On the 15th of March 2019, hundreds of countries and thousands of youth activists just like Greta wanted to see a change and joined her and protested. Over 10,000 young people gathered in London to protest the global issue. At the recent protests, young people were seen holding signs and banners. Some of them read, "If you don't act like adults, we will," and "Your mistakes are my future." The overwhelming message is that the youth of our society is angry at the older generations and the politicians that have done nothing to prevent or even slow climate change. They have been left with a planet that has a dismal outlook. If no one takes a stand, young people demand a change and a greater role in taking climate action. The world needs to take notice. Young people are speeding up to the challenge. The government's aim to reduce CO2 emissions by at least 60% by 2050. Young people want to see the change now and need the government to see this as an urgent issue.
What can you do to help? Young people are entitled to have a voice, and the more of us that speak out, the louder we'll be heard. There are groups campaigning for change all over the country. Join one. Also, don't forget to check out the better-known associations like Greenpeace, Friends of the Earth, and Frack Off. Use social media to your advantage. 300 million people spend more than 5 hours each day on social networks. About 200,000 videos are uploaded to YouTube every single day. If more of us use social media as a tool to affect change, to make our collective voices heard, then the people in power will have to listen. It's the little things that can go a long way, and doing this can make an impact in everyone's future.
Do you want to see a change?